Howdy people. I made this bar a few weeks back, and today I want to put a glaze on top. Kind of messed up here, but oh well. I'm just a guitar. Okay, so this is what we have here. We have the Glaze Coat. Glaze Coat looks like, there it is. I have a whole gallon because it's going to cover at least 24 square feet. That's what it looks like. I have my containers. Let's see, we got the directions here. Well, tell you what, let's not worry about that. Mainly we have a couple containers. I'm basically going to drop A into A container, B into B container. Mix them slowly. You don't want to mix them too fast because if you mix them too fast, you can create air bubbles. So steady and slowly, probably about 5 minutes each, and then we're going to pour them into this large container, and we're going to continue mixing that large container. So this will go first into there. I'm going to mix it. In total, you're going to need about, from wet to hard, we're talking about 20 minutes. So you got 20 minutes. Once you lay this down on that bar, that table, whatever you've got it, whatever surface you have it on, you got about 20 minutes. So I got some scrapers here. This is a pretty good one here. Some people like the scrapers with teeth in it, but this is self-leveling. It's supposed to be. Got some paint sticks. This thing's really sensitive. Make sure nothing has oil on it, otherwise, you don't want to create a weird reaction. All right, I'll start mixing. Yeah, to that, I might add that I also got a little sponge brush because I've got those little edges, and this might help. Also, don't get a really cheap brush, paintbrush. Get a decent one. If you get a cheap one, those bristles are liable to, like separate. And once you have bristles underneath that glaze, that'll be a nightmare. You can remove them, of course, but it'll be a pain in the ass. So you're best to just get a decent one. Spend at least $10 or more on you're gonna throw it away after it's over. But anyway, get a decent brush. Don't get one of those 99-cent one or $2 one. So I'm pouring all this in this container. As you can see, it's got a lot of air bubbles. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna slowly stir. We're gonna use this whole darn thing. We got a lot of area to cover. Okay. Make sure your containers are really free of debris and clean. So you want to set the clock, stir steady, especially scrape the edges. You feel some resistance there. Don't get a round stir stick, because then you won't be able to get those edges too well. Nice flat stir stick, okay? And we're going to do this for about 5 minutes. I got the timer on that oven there, so I don't want to bore you with the stirring. Basically, we're going to do it with the other one as well. Okay, so I mixed them separately. Now I put them together. As you can see, it's kind of this weird dusty color, but eventually it'll get clear. Yeah, so I'm continuously stirring, nice and steady, always scraping the sides. So here we are, we're stirring the big container, and as you can see, it's a lot more clear than earlier. Earlier is really dusty, cloudy, and we're about ready to pour. All right, it's time to pour. Let's make sure everything's completely dust-free because it will be a permanent fixture to your bar. And unless you want something groovy like a piece of dust or a piece of sheetrock dust on your bar, it's your preference, I guess, but it's not mine. And here we go. Start pouring nice and steady. This is supposed to be self-leveling. And don't worry about those air bubbles, because those air bubbles will be removed, and I'll show you how to remove it in a little while. Actually, they'll be removed by a torch. Putting it on really thick. I'm going to concentrate on the bar area right now. I might just put a thick polyurethane on the work area. I'm just going to pour it all here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a scraper next to add it on the sides. Kind of even it out a little bit. Like that.
keep evening it out. And it's just gonna just like that. It's gonna find all those areas, all the corners. For all your friends who are drunks, they spill all their drinks. It's an easier cleanup. I don't know anybody like that though, but you know. Okay, we're just gonna keep going. Just like that, all right? And continue doing that, and I'll see you in a little bit.
Oh, that was really cool. All right, here.
You can really see these.
You got the idea. Okay, so I've torched it, and it looks pretty good, not bad for an amateur. The process didn't take more than 30 minutes. This is a pretty good size bar. It's the whole square footage is about 24 square feet, so I needed the whole gallon. I went heavy on the actual bar. I got most of the air bubbles out. I think I really got all of them out. Here's like a prep table. I just put a thin coat of clear coat on there. And so it's not a big deal there, but that's like the prep table. That's where the picture's gonna be. Anyway, that's pretty much it. I appreciate you watching.